It's our fair part show. It's our fair part show. It's our fair part show. It's our fair part show.
G'day there, podcaster. Liam here, ready for the glamorous night of nights at the F1, Glamour on the Grid. I'm sure Bella's ready. We won't go to Ben for comment on that one.
I'm so ready.
Yep, yeah, we're ready and rare and ready to rock. I got my shirt dry cleaned because a few makeup stains from the Christmas party, which is always a bit
Bit of
sus.
lipstick.
What were you doing?
No, I left early, but yeah, no, my wife was in Morocco at the time when I was at the
Oh.
Christmas party, and it was a few makeup stains. But no, you hug anyone, you get them. If you're wearing a white collar, you'll get cake on it.
Yeah, baby, it's just from everyone hugging me, baby. The perfume is just from everyone hugging me.
Classic.
Yeah.
No, I actually did sleep with about 8 people at the Royal Christmas party. Knocked off most of sales, so it was a big night. Obviously joking, but we obviously we have that sort of fun here and off air.
Absolutely.
The off air territory.
Yep.
Not for air. Not an on air comment.
Yep.
Not
Even though it is technically on
What is it
air
broadcasted?
via podcast.
I don't think you should.
Well, I mean, you were making the joke, and I
didn't say you knocked off half of sales.
Yeah, but you were implying it.
You were implying it, and I thought it would be funny to confirm it.
Could have been someone at the hotel reception. Could have been someone you met in the lobby.
Well, now you're inferring more.
Whatever.
Yeah. And if you're including them, it was 16 overall. So
Dear Lord,
yeah.
Liam.
Good fun. Yes, Ben.
I'm here. Got a couple of quick bits of business. First one, I bought some tuna today. Like good tuna, not like just I eat a lot of tuna. I just
You
eat it.
say, I know you do, and I know you like tuna, but you'd never really eat tuna around us.
No, I don't bring it to work.
Yeah,
Nice
God
of you.
no.
which is actually good.
I buy the big 425 gram cans. So the big ones, like it's like half a kilo of tuna. I plonk that into a bowl, and then I get salt, pepper, lemon, olive oil, and I just eat that for lunch.
What?
Yeah.
Wow, no greens or anything in there.
If I've got it, I'll cut up coriander, dill, parsley. If I've got herbs, I'll cut up herbs and put it in there. If I don't, I'll just do it without it.
The diet of a bear.
Yeah, I mean, I like
Actually,
it.
they eat salmon more than they eat tuna, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm thinking John West.
Hang
Hang on, no, John West has... No, that's a fisherman. Is there a bear in the John West
I
ads?
don't think so.
No, there is. Isn't it John
there?
West endures the worst to bring you the best, and
Yeah.
he jumps in front of a bear and catches the fish?
Does he? I
In one of the
I
ads.
thought he endured the storms of like the ocean.
I think there's also.
Am I
ads
getting
of
my
that too.
wires
No. I
crossed?
think there's a few.
There's a
I think it's
few.
a series.
So what we're saying is bears mainly eat salmon, but sometimes eat tuna.
Well, tuna are ocean
No, because
fish.
they also
So weird.
John
You
West
don't get
also
bears in
do
the ocean.
salmon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that makes sense now because I'm like, I know there is an ad where John West endures the worst, but you're right.
So you-
purely
so
just
you-
on the salt, fresh water fish
Yeah.
type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you saw a specific ad probably for John West advertising salmon in a can,
Here we go.
but
I'm just gonna
traditionally,
Google it.
you'll see John West.
Yeah. You
in the
talk amongst
ocean.
yourselves. I'm going to find the ad.
Well, I was just gonna say, normally I do buy like the Coles big cans of tuna. I'll eat them for myself. But Freddie, my son, he's been getting into tuna lately, and so because I'm eating it, he wants to eat it. But I want to give him because he just eats it like plain, and so I wanted to get him better tuna than I get,
Mm.
and so I bought this fancy can of tuna, $7, right, for a can of tuna. Crazy.
How much is it normally?
Well, I get 425 grams for $1.50. And this was like a small can. I don't know what the grammage of it was, but it was $7. Anyway, it's expensive, but it was good stuff. Opened it up. There was a hair in there.
Really?
In the can.
Not what you want.
Not what you want.
Oh no! Have you gone full rage and sent off a letter?
No. I took a photo of it and I said to Sam I should send an email to them. Because we also got a block of chocolate, of Tony's chocolate. A lot of people like that chocolate.
Yeah,
It's good.
it's the cruelty-free chocolate.
Yeah, I think they do a lot with the profits. That's what they say anyway on the
I think
wrapper.
I think it's it's like one of the only. I think it's the only chocolate company that pay the right price to the farmers. The
Yeah, right.
cacao.
That could be
farmers.
marketing, but either way, I buy the chocolate because I think it's really yummy. But I bought some and had mold on the inside. It was moldy,
Wow.
and I wasn't too angry
Go
about
on,
it
Tony.
because I just cut the little moldy bits off and still ate it. But I was going to email them and try and get like a free kilo of chocolate or something. I didn't do it in the end.
Lord.
But no, so I had a hair in my tuna. That was one bit of business. The second bit of business was it was brought to my attention yesterday. I totally missed something. Liam, yesterday you were talking about how you went and saw Kasabian. How was the show?
Loved the show. Very excited. Also, felt very old.
Oh, really?
Lot
I
of-
thought they'd have an older crowd.
No, they do have. Yeah, I felt like I was old with all the old people.
Oh.
There was no one like. I reckon I was the youngest there. Like I was like, and I get it. And when I think about it, I'm like, maybe I weirdly liked Kasabian a lot when I was. Yeah, I mean their first album was like 2004, and I remember liking that song because it was in FIFA, and I know people like a lot of people.
Well, you would have been
Like 6.
8.
Yeah, I know, but that was like one of the songs I liked. I remember my mum found it for me, and like she like, and then like it was like one of the first songs I had on my iPod because like, my mum like Googled it for me, and like so I was like I wanted to see Kasabian a few times when they came to Australia, but I was just sort of too young.
Mm.
And then the first time I saw them was in at Big Day Out 2012. I was like in year 10 at school. And it was like still one of my favourite memories of a gig ever. It was like the first time I'd sort of gone to concerts and stuff. But I was like, yeah, like there were so many people in their late 40s there.
Yeah.
And that's
Well-
okay, but I was like, it wasn't as rocking as I'd
Yeah,
hoped
but it's funny that you say that made you feel old because when I go to gigs and everyone's older than me,
You
I'm
also-
laughing because
yeah.
I'm like, I feel young.
Yeah.
When I go to gigs and everyone's younger, I'm like, oh, God.
Yeah,
you know.
I get that's normally the thing when it's like you go to a festival and you're like, oh, geez, I feel old here because everyone's
Mm.
like 18. But yeah,
Well, for context, make sure you listen to yesterday's off-air pod to hear the full story. But Liam, you told a great yarn about how you were hanging out with him in LA, was it?
yes, yeah, 2017, Los Angeles. Didn't rekindle the flame last night. I did
Aw.
see Tim on stage, and I
Mhm.
thought, should I send a text? And I was like, nah, it's a weeknight, it's Tuesday. You know,
Yeah.
I drove there.
Well-
That also made me feel old, to be honest.
Yeah, lucky you didn't because we all know where you would have ended up. I can't believe I missed this. This was brought to my attention, but this was in the story you were telling yesterday.
Yeah, actually went to a strip club with them.
Did you hear that?
Actually went to a strip club with them.
You missed that, Ben?
I'll slow it down.
Actually went to a strip club with them. Yeah, and that's one of the rare times I have been to a strip club. And I wouldn't
sure it
say that also wasn't my idea. I was just following them.
Yeah, likely story.
I wasn't like, hey, guys, why don't we go to a strip club? And
I
they're like,
bet you
yeah, let's
did.
follow this child to a strip. You know
I
what I mean?
bet you did.
You were young. You were single.
Yeah.
I was young.
And that was your way of seeming cool. You're like, so we're going to go to a strip club? Or and that was probably what, in hindsight, probably what started the addiction. Now I think about it.
Literally would have been the last time I went to one.
Likely story.
I just, you know what I mean? I'm not, yeah. And now,
What about that time you went with your dad and your grandpa?
that was not, I didn't go to a
That was,
strip
that was a
club.
different time.
It was a buck show and there was a stripper there. That's a different thing. So
Sorry,
it's not-
yeah. You've got so many stripper stories, I guess.
Well, no, I've just been to Bucks shows and there's just strippers there someday. And,
Oh.
and you were at my Bucks. Was there strippers there? No. I had 2 Bucks shows, no strippers at either.
It's too obvious to have them at yours.
Classic. So I can't hide. But now I'm conscious of the joke I made at the start of the pod. I don't want to come off as just a full-on sex pest now that you know what I mean? Like I'm like,
Yeah.
I feel like I've
Yeah.
already made enough jokes about it, so I'm like, I don't want to.
You're
Yeah.
a snus sex stripper pest.
Wow. Yeah.
Sorry.
The SSP.
Yeah. Look, I did tap into a bit of snus on the weekend, but none of those other things that you said.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where were you on the weekend again?
Some gigs.
That's right.
Griff Armada and Fontaines.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and last gig of the week, Kneecap. Very excited for that, which I'm seeing
Tonight?
Friday.
And then what club are you going to after?
Probably Kittens.
That's the
Oh
only one I
no,
know.
I'm going to be at the event tonight with Liam. Does that mean do I have to come
You
along to
probably-
the strippers after?
You're probably going to have the strippers
Oh
after.
no. Oh,
Classic.
got some snus shoved in my mouth. It's all going to be happening.
Anyway, Belle is also here.
Hi, I'm present. Also very pumped for tonight.
How early are you going to leave?
Well, I find it very fitting that, like, once off, producer Ben was like, "Oh no, we're gonna have to talk through this like client thing after the show."
Oh, really?
Yeah, and
Oh,
I
I'll
was like,
snap that
I
out.
feel like that
I'll snuff
is
that
a
out. Don't worry about
setup.
that. We'll get that sorted.
Okay. Liam,
Yes.
as you know, I was not as privileged as you, and I don't get a +1 for tonight.
Not
No.
all of us can. Not all of us can
no,
swing it.
No.
No.
And I still don't know anyone else who's going.
You can.
May I please hang with you and Sarah?
Yeah, I have got Sarah coming here with an Uber, and the plan is for you and I to get in the Uber, and she's going to
Oh,
drop the pin
bless.
here, and then we'll go straight there.
Oh,
That's the
really?
plan.
Mate,
I
there'll
promise
be
I won't annoy you.
there'll be
No, of course, that was the plan.
4,000 people there in a room fit for 100. So I'm sure you'll find some friends.
Disregard that. No, I'm hoping maybe there'll be someone there but I don't know anyone like friends that are going.
Fine.
So I would love to catch up with Sarah because I haven't seen her in ages, but I also don't want to annoy you. And I think that you'll know heaps of people, so I'm like, oh no, what do I do? Do I just sit in the corner?
You hang with
I don't know
Sarah,
what to
and
do.
I've got this other establishment that I'm going to slip off to for like 2 to 3 hours. I'll come back, probably light on cash, and then we can hang. We can have some hors d'oeuvres and stuff.
I think Bridget Huswaite will be there.
No,
Oh, okay.
no, she's not going.
Oh, I thought she posted about it
Oh,
with
I've asked.
Ricardo.
No, she went to a different thing with him. Do you know that she's like in love with him, and now she finally got to meet him. It's very beautiful.
I'm not across the Bridget law. Sorry, I'm not across the law
I thought
there.
she liked wrestling more than F1.
No, I think it's about the same. But she's always loved Daniel Ricciardo, and she's never met him before, and this
Yeah,
was a
right.
huge thing. So very nice. But no, I already asked her if she's going. She is not. I've asked everyone I know that would be going, and everyone's either got something on or interstate.
Right.
So just me.
No, we can hang. We can totally hang. And
Thank
yeah, I'm sure we'll have all the hot goss from the red carpet tomorrow.
Well, last time I got a photo with Kokonakis, so maybe this time there will be something.
And you're lucky you got that because Liam bailed him up. Remember that?
Yes,
You bailed him up for 5 minutes, and I was like, you got to get out of there, man.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Just having a good chat to the
Well,
guy.
you're good at chatting. I'll give you that.
We're just
but
talking Adelaide, you know?
Yeah, his body language was like, who is this dude?
Yeah. Well, I think I noticed there was a shift when I asked him if he wanted to come to a strip club with me. It's like, oh, okay, not his thing. Anyway, I really got to, yeah, we got to, I feel, yeah, yesterday that was like a once off.
Did we end up calling the pod Liam went to the strippers with who?
I didn't know that
'Cause
was
that's
the
what
idea.
I pitched that
That's
because
funny.
we said, what should we call it? And I said, Liam went to the strippers with who? Ben, where were you yesterday?
I don't know. I must
This is
have
a whole conversation.
not been very present in the
You
conversation.
do that thing where you sit on your phone and you go, I'm listening. And
I
then,
was.
misses a whole thing.
Well, enjoy.
Yeah, it was called Liam went to the strip club with who?
Nice, good title. Good luck tonight. Call me if you need me. Like if it's, if there's an emergency, just give me a buzz.
I could never call you if I needed you. In what world would you come and pick Liam up and leave me there?
No, if it was serious, I'd come get you. I watched. Actually,
Really?
can I just really quickly, in the process of watching Normal People, we were halfway through the last episode. Just couldn't quite finish it last night. I find it very sad. I find it hard to watch.
It's very sad.
super sad.
I cried a lot in it. It's like
Actually-
the last thing I remember properly crying.
I
in.
can totally get why people love it so much. I find it hard to watch because it just makes me sad.
I watched it in
And then Sam-
lockdown as well. With
Did you?
everyone
Oh,
was extra
God.
sad.
Yeah.
Anyway,
The whole time, Sam just cries through the whole thing. She's
Yeah.
crying, and I find it hard to watch.
I mean, she's
um,
hormonal as well.
Yeah. And there was the scene in it where there's the D-hole brother, and she gets home. He throws the beer bottle. She runs
Yeah.
into her room. He slams the door, hits her nose, breaks her nose. She calls Colin. I call him Colin. What's his name?
Connell.
Connell. She calls Connell.
she calls Colin. Are you actually watching this show?
I am, but I get his name wrong.
Oh, Colin.
She calls what's his name?
Connell.
She calls Connell. He comes over. He protects her, gets her in the car.
Love that.
I wanted him to beat him up, but he didn't.
Should have.
He
He should have
should've
taken his
been a good
hurley
man.
stick. He should have taken a hurley stick to him.
Yeah, and then he gets in the car with her and he says, "I'll always protect you." And he says,
Yeah,
"Look, it's a nice, it's nice, but it's also it takes too much sadness to get to the nice."
I was watching. We're doing a Star Wars rewatch at the moment, and Sarah was bawling the other night watching Phantom Menace. Do you know what bit? Guess what bit she cried at the most.
I am your father.
That's not even in the right.
Oh.
So just don't.
Jar Jar getting kicked out of the clan.
Mr. No, it wasn't that. It wasn't that.
At the very end, when they get given the award,
She-
the orb.
No, that she was happy for that. She came back
Okay.
out for that. She literally left the room when Qui-Gon was slaughtered by Darth Maul
Really?
and didn't want to watch him being burnt. She didn't want to see
That's
that.
nice that she cares.
She literally does care. Like she actually gets. She's a real emotional. Like she really feels.
Mm.
Actually, I did a video years ago where she was like watching. We were doing a Disney watch through, and she's like just bawling at all the. I should do the same. for
Jeez,
Star Wars.
how did she go for normal people?
Yeah, no, absolute mess, absolute mess. But like the bit she was bawling at is when young Anakin Skywalker, after winning the Buntareve Classic, obviously narrowly edging out Sebulba near the end there, and then winning his freedom.
I forget
and
that's
then
a real character.
Qui-Gon is taking him back to the
Yep.
to the ship. And
Is that when Darth Maul runs up on him?
yeah, great scene. Darth Maul, and he's like, Anakin, duck!
Yeah.
And Anakin ducks, and then
Yeah.
he just, and that's before he even has the double saber out. It's just when he's
Yep.
just going one, and they're just absolutely tearing it up in the sand. And then he tells Obi-Wan to fly low, and then he force jumps onto the thing, and they shoot
That's
off.
sick.
And he's like really out of breath, like almost as if the next time he was going to face this guy, he was going to cop one through the chest.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, sorry, Bill, you had a question.
Oh no! Just is this? Wait, have you said the part where she
No,
was
I haven't
crying?
said the part.
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
purely giving context.
Oh, sorry.
So there's a little bit when Anakin's like he's all packed his bags, and his mum is still
Oh,
a slave, and he's about to leave to become a Jedi.
Because
And
they,
then-
they can take. So there's the mum and the son. They're both
Uh-huh.
slaves.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, to Watto.
And,
Who talks like me?
And Watto allows them to take one. So they take the son, but the mum's still a slave.
And
Take
then-
one for what?
So it was actually a bet on the Bunta Reef Classic. So what happened is Anakin had his own speeder, his own pod racer that he was like building. Watto didn't know he was building it, and Qui-Gon knew that Anakin's metachlorian count was
What
the
are
highest.
you saying?
Well,
right
it all makes a
now?
hell of a lot of sense.
Bell, come
he
on.
has the highest metachlorian count ever recorded, so he's actually like the chosen one. He's kind of like Space Jesus because it was Immaculate Conception. So his mother, Shmi, Anakin's mother, didn't even have sex with the guy.
The
She
slave.
just the Force ghost got in her, and
This
Anakin was
this
born.
is actually the story.
This is actually the story.
This is,
So Star Wars is actually the story of Jesus.
Kind of,
Yeah,
a
and
little
then
bit.
God is
Well,
Darth Vader.
a bit better.
Yeah, kind of better, and
Whoa.
with more like
It's lightsabers.
yeah, it's lightsabers and stuff. Anyway, but he sort of does have a yeah, well, that's probably no. We're getting too religious now. Anyway, I was going to say he has a crucifixion of sorts in the end of Revenge of the Sith. Anyway,
Is Jedi like becoming a police officer, or is it like
they
you're, like,
keep the
getting
peace? They're keepers of the
army?
peace.
Yeah. Yeah,
Right.
Certainly not the army because they're not an army. They're keepers of the peace.
They're a republic.
Okay.
Yeah, well, they keep the republic together. Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway,
Yeah, police is a good analogy.
Okay. All right. So he's leaving his slave mum and said, "I
But they
got a
don't
job as
abuse-
a police officer."
not saying police abuse power, but they try and keep everything very neutral.
Like in the Hunger Games.
But then again, the dark side would argue that they don't.
Yeah, the dark side aren't too happy with them.
There's peacekeepers in the Hunger Games, but they're scary. But they
No, they're more authoritarian peacekeepers.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Jedi don't rule with fear. It's all very they're
Okay.
at one with
Diplomatic.
very diplomatic indeed.
Oh my
indeed.
goodness.
Anyway,
Yes.
so the point where she cried is Anakin's running off, and then he stops and he goes back to his mum.
Yeah.
and he's like, "Will I ever see you again?" She's like, well, "Listen to your heart, Annie. What do you think?" And the next time she sees him, she's been brutalized by sand people.
Bleeding out.
And then he kills not just the men, but the women and the children. Anyway,
So in hindsight, she could have said, "Yes, you will see me again," because he
Yeah.
does.
just 20 seconds before I die,
Oh, so she dies.
she dies.
She
Yeah,
gets slaughtered.
She gets.
Why did they kill her?
They're brutal. They're Owen, Lars, her husband. He went out with bloody 60 men. Only 4 of them came back. He lost his leg. So it goes to show how
How
they don't,
brutal they are.
yeah, they don't fight fair. But it made me think. Rewatching the movie, I'm like, it's so a massive plot hole.
Mm. There's a lot of them.
There's a lot of them, but Qui-Gon Jinn, so he's like, it's played by Liam Neeson. He's the Jedi Master. Obi-Wan is his Padawan at the time.
That's hot Irish man.
Yes.
Yep. So he's basically like, can I free both of them? He's like, I'll only give you the kid. He's like, sweet. He's like, let's just leave the
Yeah.
mum to be a little desert slave
Yeah.
and eventually get killed. He could have got her out of that
Yeah.
situation if he wanted to. And I
Yeah.
know they're probably not
He's
supposed to
just-
train with their
he's-
mothers. Or,
He's allowing slavery to happen.
dude, he is straight up. He's supposed to be like, yeah, I'm a keeper of the peace, and like
Yeah.
all like, he's like, we'll just leave the mum here with the
Yeah.
big bug guy, and he's like,
Yeah.
little Annie. The mum
my
is
gosh.
the mum's a full slave,
Yeah.
and they've just like they're supposed to be, and he's just like, no, that's fair. We'll keep you here. we're going to take your son, which is probably the only good thing in your life.
Yeah.
And then she was like also really nice about it. She's like, oh, follow your dreams.
I mean, you know what you could do? You've already started watching it, so it's fine. You probably don't want to do it again. We should watch each episode, or even like half an hour each episode,
then
and
just
then do
do-
a podcast picking it apart.
Yeah.
That'd
Yeah.
be fun.
Well, for
And Belle,
starters,
you could watch it for the first time.
I tell you what, Belle, the first time you watch it, you're going to be absolutely rocked when you hear the accents of the Trade Federation.
Oh no, why?
I don't know how they got away with it.
Oh,
It came out in '99. Very much so, I would imagine.
Oh, wow.
But the accents, they are aliens. I'm sure George Lucas would say, "What are you talking about? They're just aliens. They're just aliens." But I'm not going to do the voice. Actually, should I play? Should I play? Because I can play it because it's a
Do
movie.
we want to? Is that?
Well, it's a famous movie. They've not
Okay.
changed it, but it's just
Okay.
like it's.
I can do it on here if you want.
Oh yeah,
Ben can bing it.
Type in Trade Federation. Yeah.
Aliens?
Yeah.
Highlights? or
Actually,
just...
while you're looking that up, Ben, I watched something last night that I think you'd enjoy.
Mm.
Do you still watch all those YouTube videos that are like 15 minutes of how things work and stuff?
Yeah, love them.
I fell into a vortex last night of the architecture and the physics behind the Twin Towers and why they fell down instead of like a tree.
Jet fuel can't melt steel beams.
Yeah, get a bit of Newt Gunray up there. He's the viceroy of the Trade Federation. You got him?
I've gone Star Wars, but only Trade Federation scenes.
Okay, so Belle, this is a real thing.
Uh-huh. And this is white people.
Well, I don't know.
Well,
I don't want to
green
get
in this.
I don't know who the voice actors are, but they're like I can show you what they look like first if you want. They look like aliens. They just look like aliens like that.
Oh, okay.
So,
okay.
So that's fine, but this is how they talk.
For the Supreme Chancellor wish to board immediately.
Yes, of course. As you know, our blockade is perfectly legal, and we'd be happy to receive ambassadors.
What? What did you say?
The ambassadors are Jedi Knights, I believe.
I knew it. They're here to force a settlement.
Distract them. I will contact Lord Sidious.
Are you brain dead? I'm not going in there with 2 Jedi.
Yeah, you get the idea.
Yeah, I feel like everyone got a brief, and the brief was
Well,
the same.
I have just looked it up.
Yeah,
and
Silas Carson.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's him, Bill.
that's the guy.
Oh,
That's the guy doing Newt Gun.
You said there was multiple of them,
There's tons of them, but yeah.
right?
But
that
maybe
was
does
guy.
that guy play all of them?
I don't know.
He when you search it, he's the guy that comes up.
Do you know what's really funny? Guess who plays Newt Gunray in the Clone Wars?
Who?
Tom Kenny, the voice of SpongeBob.
Oh, really?
There you go. Fun fact. for you.
All right, we better wrap this up.
Yep. Bye.
Yeah.
And that's it!
Like that podcast? There's heaps more to listen to if you just scroll back or download the Nova Player app.
Ben, Liam, and Belle.